Hey boys, we back. Continuing the run we have in Fallout New Vegas. I think I need to leave a lot of these healing items back in the fridge. Going towards Jacobstown. I haven't done much of this area. Will be heal mine. A lot of banana yucca here, huh? Nice when you move faster. We're gonna run out of healing items for sure. Just don't need to carry 100 pounds of healing items. I think while I'm doing this area, some of the other areas will respawn. What am I carrying right now? 244 out of 310. I don't have Stonewall. I think I should get Stonewall, the perk. There's a grave here. Oh, just some random loot. And this is looted here. Woohoo! Microphone test, boys. Just confirming you hear me. I didn't check if the video was actually up. Should be like close to 10 locations on this side. Hey, Yellowmeister. Hey there. Missing this entrance here. One of these locations is very dangerous. Lake lurks. Lake lurks are no problem. There's gonna be juicy experience here. They're very deadly, but we can sneak here. Have enough sneak for them not to attack me in the dark. Get some sushi here. Pretty good combat experience here. I think this mine is explosives mainly, notable loot. 3 lake lurks. Get some serious good experience here. Four lake lurks. 5. They have deadly deadly wave weapon, but if they can detect us and we just crit them down, nothing they can do about it. 5 lake lurks. This is like 6. That was a critical hit to the head. Well, yeah, there's a bunch of just explosives here. 6 lake lurks. One of them might be actually glitched in the terrain here. It happens. No sushi, huh? Yeah, this area is a little bit dangerous. Let's explore the rest first. One of them is glitched behind the wall. Yep. That area, they'll detect you while you're coming and they'll shoot you before you get out of the water. So might need to have a little bit better approach not to risk dying there. They do devastating damage unless they have medics and a serious health pool. I have a good sneak, so might be just fine to keep sneaking here. Many too. This is some devastating damage here. You can actually go around. You don't actually have to go through the water there. There's a Chakal gang member here. Some loot, pushy. Looks like a unique power fist. Maybe I can actually use that armor. I actually left my reinforced in the at home. So there's like no weight. You don't have to go through the water here. You can basically just go around. Pretty easy area to clear, I guess, if you have this much energy weapons. Is it a whetstone? Lots of explosives here. It's a decent experience here. Let's see how does that one look like. Remember this one, just really do equip it. Looks like it's another standard power fist, but specialized. And more stuff than I can sell, so I'm gonna have to go find some vendors to sell the rest. Never enough lives, especially when you have to do the DLCs on very hard. Notable loot here is pushy with a bunch of explosives. Okay. This is the mountain area. You have to go around for the ranger station here, for the return to center quest. There's a nice amount of things to kill here on the way as well. I forget if it's Zanderwood or Brockflower for tour, but I think it's a Brockflower. The next location here. This area, unlike most of the other New Vegas, actually has some green. Just wanted to see what was here. You know what I miss the most from Elder Scrolls games before Skyrim? You know, when you're traveling around, you know, you're slow and you can't really jump high. You know, training your athletics and acrobatics. You eventually run faster and you can jump higher. That was pretty cool. Miss stuff like that. And checked this area in a long time. Looks like a prime location to make something unmarked here. Maybe it actually has a Wild Wasteland thing here. In ages since I used Wild Wasteland. They allow you to go up high like this. It's the lodge. There's actually a cave here close with that's used for requests with a unique super sledge. Low stakes. Oh, they give good experience, proc challenge experience, but also give one of the best food in the game. Level 38, 22 hours in. Stack the all the perks for experience gains. Another level, nice. Very nice. Another skill to 100. With the remaining skills, get some value, I guess, from Snake. I would probably think down materially though. Got all the important skills already in 100. Got 490 health. Excellent. I need to check what's the requirement for the level 50 perk. I think that is a karma requirement. don't want to screw it up. It's gonna be the first time I have the this type of character with a level 50 crit perk. Silver Peak Mine. Another location. 19 experience on that, huh? I think there are actually Cazadors inside. Yeah. Legendary Cazador. I really need to dump some of this food at the base. The skill book numbers today. The last one outside the DLC. I will have 100 skill though. How much can I carry? Another 13 pounds. Hey Deadpool. Let me check the statistic here a bit. Quest completed 36, location discovered 156, people killed 265, creatures killed 1121. Lockspeak 59, computer takes 0, Stimpaks taken 8, Ridex taken 16, Radaway taken at 15, Cam 71, times addicted 10 times, 23 minds disarmed, 70 speech successes, 0 pocket speak, 0 pens exploded, 39 books read, 767 health from the Stimpaks, no 0 weapons created, 2791 health from food, no water consumed, this one doesn't count, this is glitched, no cinnamon kills, no paralyzing punches, no robots disabled, time slept 1, confirms a vampire, 0 corpses eaten, 0 mysterious stranger visits, 14 Dr. Becks used, 156 challenges complete, that's actually a crazy amount. It's due to the behavior of this weapon, how deadly it is, and how often we can fire. Pretty much we did plenty of combat as we deal damage to crits, and there's another challenge to get the repeated challenge experience. 825 disintegration, 14 limbs crippled, still far from tough guy, 2 speech failures, 2994 items crafted, 1 modification, 184 items repaired, total things killed 1386, that's a lot. 1251 dismembered limbs, 5 current games won, 0 lost. Barter mounted traded 161,271 caps, 10 roulette games played, 266 blackjack and 29 slots. Yeah, I do need to sell a lot of this stuff here pretty much. Just check something here. Just to confirm. I have to click it on the main one. Fallout Wiki. New Vegas. Without the Ardens, there are 187 marked locations. The Ardens 315, 316 with the Battle of Wasteland trade. Mark locations. Why wasn't trader 188 location available? Genius well. So there are 187 locations available to us. What is this about? I don't remember really this. So just our location. So 187. I'm actually gonna go sort this out. Come back here. What's the closest merchant here? It'll be here. Oh, this area has respawned. That's what I like to see. This area is always nice to come back to fight the bugs and the big horns. I think this spawns every 2 weeks. There is a Great Khan merchant close by. Can't say no to a bunch of free steaks, right? Never gonna be able to use them all. We see this one, search ash pile. They spawn as a unlootable ash pile. It's a glitch in the game. Blight somebody, probably so often with all these crits. Khazar nest behind his house. There's I think another Khazar nearby, but I can't carry anymore. We got the merchants. I think I can dump most of the healing items at the base. I'll always loot more than I can use. I'm barely taking any damage anymore anyways. There's a merchant here, has a big stock. And I have a idolizer with Great Khans as well. See that house there, there's a basement there. Great Khan Armory. I already have a lot of caps here.
They tell me I'm supposed to sell you weapons. Interested? Take a look.
2400 caps, bunch of bullets. Advanced radiation suit is being sold here. It's pretty good. I can repair my spacesuit. Very good prices. There's so much microfusion energy cells. Buy all of it and convert them as well. I have so much ammo I'll never use though. It's heavy. Yes.
Thanks.
1 second. Convert to microfusion, and then max charge. I have 1718 max charge microfusion cells. Yeah. Can shoot this rifle for days. 4 days. Oh, the Legion is here. Just love how they just spawn on top of you. Holy shit, they critted me. Get more medics there. Right over the shoulder. Holy shit, no damage! What the hell, man? That was a headshot. Like Festal all over the place, they're definitely gonna be coming often. I get Impel GRX, nothing they can do as long as they have Impel GRX. I did get critted twice. buff out just in case they kill it twice in a row. So got instantly 60 more health. So there were just 4 of them. Usual stuff. Time goes too fast as you travel around, so if you fast travel a lot, you're going to meet the Legion quite a few times. The next merchant is in Good Springs. Should have even more caps than the con guys. Don't play dead, don't play dead, no.
You looking to buy some supplies?
5,000 cups here. Just need to see what they have as you progress through the game. Need a bunch more medics for later. Thirty-four microfusion cells, huh? Oh, it's goodbye because we can convert them.
Pleasure doing business.
193,000 shekels. I'm not sure if we're here, not sure. We did Dead Money and Honest Hearts, so I guess I can do the third one first. The Old World Blues. Holy shit, still carrying too much. I need to drop all this food at the base. Carrying like over 100 pounds of healing items. I do have the pack rat, but still, it's still a lot.
Hello.
Uh,
Feeling thirsty?
Okay, let's see. She has like no caps. No caps. We've just repaired the suit, right? 10 doctor bags. Yeah, that's also weight. 85 gecko steaks. So many healing items. I have to sort this a little bit better. Don't want to carry all this stuff with me. Wasteland omelet, weapon repair kits. On this would have no weight. At least not a couple of them. There's also bullets. Some of these bullets are heavy. But with pack rat, not so much. Flamer fuel 82. And 5 more caps.
Thanks.
And I must be dragging like a truckload of caps with me. How do you even fit 193,000 caps? You need like a truck for that. Back to 20 DT. Does the doctor sell medics? I just need a shitload of medics.
How are you holding up?
Medics, 800 caps is pretty good. Here, doctor, have some C4. Have some C4, doc. this merchant is in Prim. I looted so much stuff that I can't even sell all of it. Visiting around all the vendors on the map. Buff out withdrawal, huh? This is a buff out withdrawal exactly again. -1 strength, -1 endurance, and medic's withdrawal -1 intelligence and 1 agility. Guess it's time to use a fixer. Still carrying too much. We'll sell here and then dump the stuff in Novak. Go away, Edie. Your quest is glitched. I don't care about you anymore.
Hey there, youngster. Pleasure doing business with you. That the courier drop. Can't say that. Not a bit.
Still our number 8. I have strength food, yeah.
You hear there was some kind of shootout at one of them casinos on the strip? Some people got killed or something.
No idea. Okay, there's a merchant here as well. This one should have a lot, so we should be able to sell something else. Sterling merchant is also nice.
Background?
7,000 caps. Now we're talking. That's it, boys. Over 200,000 caps. Casual amount of caps. And they all fill my pocket. 202,000 caps.
Welcome back. Can I get... Sure thing. Have a look.
It's November in the game. Almost Nick. One more month is gonna be the next year. Let's cook it before I go here. Cowboys broke flower, not Alexander root. I'll clear inventory pretty good this time. And then I'll be able to feel it even... You guys again, come on! The time in this game is passing too fast, should be 50% slower. Holy shit, that damage. That was double crit. That weapon? Marksman carbine? No, we got really painted our armor here. It's 2 squads in under 20 minutes, man. Time goes too fast, and it also applies to the fast travel too. Two of them. 3. Let's play your Captain Canuck, change your name. You're gonna have to remind me a couple of times, man. Rip Captain Canuck. How come you change your name? Just remind me over the next week. What the? I'm looking for him, he's in the back. Dude. Almost level 40, the experience is definitely piling up. Tomb King's territory. Okay, let me just store this at home. Carrying way too much healing items. It's Wednesday, 20th November. Probably should store half of my Max Charge ammunition in the locker anyways. It's impossible to use it all, how much I carry. This has 85 pounds. Holy shit. Okay, 260 is more than enough for now. The actual food that is also really crazy heavy. The best thing is you don't even need all this with you. It's like most of the weight here. This has no weight. No weight. Yeah, the weight of these stuff just adds up so much. 45 purified water. Yeah. Look at this. I was carrying 150 pounds of food and healing items and ammo. That's royalty. And like 3 doctor bags. Now I can carry way more loot. The water can be on 5. Okay. I only use 2 weapons anyways. Yeah, blacksmith. Okay. So it's 7 p.m. 20th November. Three hours to travel here. Are they serious? This shit makes no sense. Why the enemies respond so fast if it's only 3 hours from there to here? Yeah, the time is so off. Sometimes it goes so fast, sometimes it's like makes no sense. This cave is full of cazadors. But I only killed hundreds of cazadors. Movements. Several cazadors here. There's a legendary one here with the extra health. They're always moving, so they're hard to snipe. You always have to face them, you know, and scream. Just regular cazadors here. Those poison glands, it's all just juicy turbo. I should start using turbo so I get the perk. It's not a good turbo weapon though. I think once you kill most of them or go up, the legendary Cazador appears here. I killed all of them except the legendary Cazador. I'm going for the crit one for here. Since I have such a high crit chance, the crit one is the best. And the energy weapons, the crit damage one. Additional 50% crit damage. It's absurd for these weapons. your mama? Look at that sneaky bugger. There's a Big Daddy Cazador. Perfect time to use some turbo for the perk. I crafted so much turbo and I found also quite a bit of it. Crit damage is just absurd. And I don't even have the last perk. Legendary Cazador. Might as well be a Bloodfly. Regular. But like serious experience with this, like probably over 40 of those. Need to use 20 turbo for fast times. There's a corpse here with a Remnant's power helmet. They have a bunker close. And that's it, this area. Legendary Cazador and Remnant's power helmet. Some explosives in various boxes. Yeah, Jenna. Well, I've been using drugs all the time. So far, I haven't been addicted. Gotta get under control. As long as I find enough materials to craft more turbo. But now I have an implant that just injects turbo directly in my bloodstream. Recharges every day, so I'm good. I'm good. I get that artificial heart from Old World Blues, and not even heart problems. Almost level 40, 23 hours in. Doing return to sender while doing some exploring. This weapon with a level 50 crit damage perk is gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be so much hard to die if you're immune to criticals. It's still Wednesday. Holy shit, why is it still Wednesday? It's 21st. Man. What the fuck? It's 3 AM. It should be Thursday. And the time is... They definitely haven't put much thought into it. Should have been like 50% slower by default. But sometimes time passes fast, sometimes it's the same day. It gets glitched. If you pay attention to it, it does get glitched. That's why you get so many assassin squads after you. There's a book here. Used to be glitch, you would pick it up and another one would spawn on top of it. I can cover for explosives. And her, yeah, for request, return to sender.
You're here for the money. I told the Emeritus I was good for it. I just need more time.
I'm here because of your debt to the Emeritus. Pay me what you got and you'll get more time.
Here's all the caps I've saved up so far. See? That's a pretty good chunk of what I owe right there.
150 cups, easy. NCR infamy. Why would I get infamy? She owes money to somebody. I brought up the ready security codes when we come from Hope.
Oh, well, yeah. I can do that.
Who are the Emeritus again?
I talked to the cashier at Gamora into forwarding me some chips. I was convinced I was due for a hot streak. It didn't go so well. The Emeritus were nice and said they'd give me some time to pay them back. They also said if they had to talk to me about my debt again, they wouldn't be nice the next time.
Thought the NCR range was supposed to be tough and fearless.
I don't want to talk about it.
If you don't tell me someone else will, I'd rather hear your version.
We were on patrol near the dam when a Legion raiding party jumped us. Didn't even have time to radio it in. I was hit in the head with a machete and knocked out. Didn't kill me, though some nights I wish it had. When I woke up, my nerve was gone. The rest of my squad was crucified, butchered, mutilated. I don't know how they missed me. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they knew they'd broken me. I gambled and drank a lot after that. Got into trouble. But the Rangers gave me a second chance instead of kicking me out. So here I am.
Interesting, let's move on to something else.
Yeah.
What do you do here?
I operate the radio and call it in if we see any Great Khans moving out in large groups from Red Rock Canyon.
Goodbye.
Watch out for Great Khans.
I don't have to watch about Great Khans, I'm idolized. I'm their idol. Okay, I visited all the ranger stations.
Hey.
Yoo-hoo. I need to talk to followers about the safe house. This is Remnant's bunker. Like the first time you find this place, you know, if you discover it without the quest, you're just like wondering, what the hell is this place here? I love bunkers like this. Jacobstown have a couple of quests. Like 2 are like connected with the other quests too. There's also one very interesting character there. They do come, you just have to wait for it. If you just pass the moment and they don't come, you miss it. So the game is not very clear when it comes there to, you know, experiment a little how, you know, how it works. Poison glands of Khazadars are used for turbo. Oh, what a mad little guy! He's stuck inside the rock. Oh man! Need to go to the forums. This is the path that leads into the canyon. It's there's a bunch of cars already cleared it much early in the game. Don't have to go there again. Holy shit, look at this! 2 hours ago it was a Wednesday. Now it's Thursday. What the hell? They're using some old calendar. Looking forward to see a double crit damage with this gun. I have never had it before. It's probably gonna be broken as fuck. At your level 50, it's supposed to be a Terminator in slash Storm of Death. It's level 50 for that perk. Takes a while to get to 50. I do have a huge bonus experience, 30%, with additional 1% per level from lessons learned. So on level 39 plus 69% experience, normal experience gains. But I'm well rested 79%, which is huge. This is Jacobstown. They actually warn you on the radio not to go here. This looks like first generation super mutants.
Ugh, need to tighten up my vices again.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself.
Marcus-san.
Around here.
It's like they just want to trigger nostalgia here. What's wrong with the Nightkin?
Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well.
I haven't been to the satellite station yet. Are there any town rules I need to know about?
Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything. We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask.
Why do some of the super mutants here dislike the NCR?
A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story.
What do you know about the Legion?
Caesar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Caesar, not Caesar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it.
What makes the NCR too ambitious?
They expand. Fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it. Eventually. Did it out west, they'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start.
And they must have been playing on easy difficulty overextending like that. No power core issues and anything. Anything else can you tell me about the NCR?
Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands, into the Republic. They've done good for the most part.
Do you have any dealings with New Vegas?
Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
I have some questions about Jacobstown.
Such as?
What's the history of Jacobstown?
Was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. Died a long time ago. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. Town's far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the wasteland. No more fighting, just get along.
How does the town support itself?
Bighorners. Good eating. And we can trade the hides. Got a lot of wild ones around here, so it's easy to restock the herd.
I'd like to know about you.
Was part of a super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with the tribal. Now I'm here.
Super mutant army?
Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the super mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. Didn't end well.
It's Fallout 1. You're a mayor?
Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together peacefully. Well, most of the time.
Tell me more about the tribal. I think they talk about it's the character from the first Fallout game. It's like what? Over 100 years ago?
We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually, we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. I went east into the Rockies looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I got a feeling it turned out all right in the end.
He said yes to the master, and he was put into that green goo.
All right.
Bye.
See you. $159 locations, huh?
Dr. Henry's pretty smart.
Hunting rifle, some. Man, what do you guys think we're gonna get news about the next Elder Scrolls game? I've been thinking about it lately. It's probably gonna be a huge deal again, like Skyrim. Never seen so much hype about a video game like it was with Skyrim. And hype sells. It's been like a year now since they said last something. It's probably like 2 years away or something. I don't think they're gonna release in the same year CD Projekt Red releases their game. I mean, Fallout 4 was good in its own way, you know, a good game. But when you play the if you play The Witcher 4 after or before, it might actually go a different way. As a Fallout game, not so good. By a separate game, it was good. Just a little bit too much repetitive action. You know, the game was like lacking action in the past, and they just added so much of it after. So it's kind of Roman's fault. You know, I played some Witcher 1 and couldn't get like past 10 hours. Just kept thinking about Fallout New Vegas. And then, you know, I said I would never play Witcher 3. And after I finished Fallout 4, Roman convinced me to play Witcher 3. And wow, the game was like one of the best RPG games ever. It's like you're inside a quality TV show. And then I did end up coming back and completing Witcher 1. And I'm in the process of playing Witcher 2. It's a little bit of break, but we'll continue that eventually. And I'll replay Witcher 3 also eventually. Oh, Shield Wizard did request it, but we did the complete Witcher 1. I just didn't want to put a crazy amount of hours in Witcher 2 and 3 immediately. I want to do it on my own time. I did return his month requests, but we'll still continue Witcher 2 and Witcher 3 at some point. You can download a mod which makes the loading times almost instant. It unlocks the FPS during the loading. It's a must-have mod. You can have almost instantaneous loading times. It's because of the locked FPS the loading times are so long. For example, for the current, these games can work over 60 FPS, they just break. And if you have a screen that has a refresh rate of 100 over 100 Hertz, you have to actually lock it for default New Vegas, otherwise the game has issues. Because it was not really made in mind or patched for the higher refresh rate monitors. I played Witcher 3 already. I played pretty much all of it on stream, all the locations, everything. Taken over 200 hours. Witcher 2, I am in Henselt camp. Pretty much finished arena and looking for Audren. Geralt is about to have sex with Wes. That's where we left off. Grognan the Barbarian here, of course. And I knew there was a book in one of these houses. I'm looking forward to play Hearts of Stone. I'm looking forward to piss off the people picking up the best ending. Man, were the people pissed when I picked the ending I wanted? I was so happy with the ending, but everybody was so pissed. Triss of Yennefer, we went with the Yennefer, pretty much. I think this time we're gonna go with Triss. So Fjarl Witch, you know, doesn't have to remind me. I don't know what you're talking about, Ozane, but you're spoiling the game. I didn't play the game before, and you're telling me what's, you know, what I picked. It's, you know, has an input of the game. You know, I hate when, you know, people say, you know, how it affects the game, your decision. Roach route, I don't know. Route. Yeah, we decided with Roach during when we had to pick the sides. But don't tell him stuff like this, man. What the hell? You choose to let him die? What are you talking about? So I have no idea what you're talking about now. When the Roach route? So when with the Roach route, you're in the middle of the game, you choose to let him die. Hi, talking about David Beckham character. What's his name is? Oh man, he's a shitty guard in Gwent, so I can't really remember his name. The immortal dude. Did you see Total War Troy Taylor? Yes, there is a highlight if you want to watch. We were doing on the stream. I mean, I'm about to say his name, just can't remember. I'm not talking about Gunther of Dim. I'm talking about the guy that sold that made a deal with him. You know, he made a deal with Gunther of Dim, and he wanted to back out of the deal. You know, he was at fault. Gunther of Dim was in the rights, and fuck that other guy. He deserves it. Devil is just there to collect. He did nothing wrong. I wanna fuck over with the devil. Don't make deals with the devil if you're not gonna pay out. Olgerd, I think that's his name. Well, he was immortal for a while, cause You see, Azrain, what you did? You just confuse people. You can't say about the route we're taking in Witcher 2 and connect it with the ending of Hearts of Stone. You just confuse a bunch of people. This is Twitch. This is not a science conference for people to understand what the fuck you're talking about. Just confuse everybody. Even me. Waiting for Elex 2, Twitch plus me. People already spoiled me that it's gonna be the game splits in two different ways in Witcher 2. So they made like you know, the game is not long, but if you replay it, there is, you know, a different route. They already spoiled that for me. But you know, this is, you know, what you get when you don't play these games on time.
Spotted some humans down the road. Could be great content.
Twitch chat isn't confused with smart gobos. Oh man.
Another human. One was enough. Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
You have a problem with humans?
Humans are always staring at things. We Nightkin don't like being stared at. Is uncomfortable. Ah, humans.
Okay, got a snow globe. This place looks nice. I take that back. I take that back. Look at this. Look at this mess.
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. And now the news. Citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the Strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price of admission. Also, Frem formally sworn a new sheriff today. RNV reporters were on hand to hear the new sheriff address the crowd.
Howdy do, folks. I'm Sheriff Myers. Be good, or I'll shoot you dead.
These headlines were brought to you by Vault 21. Vault 21. Everything's better when you experience it in a vault. Gonna play a song for you right now, and it's about that.
This one is actually stealing there, but it's nothing inside. It does look like just a bunch of put a bunch of stuff here and didn't really click all the buttons. Sorted it all. So the Knight can play billiards here.
Don't look at me. Someone's watching me. I can feel it.
I didn't have shirts.
Need to tighten up my bicep. Spotted some humans down the road. Could be great cons again.
Looks like actually somebody is in this room. See what's in the safe. Clean water now. This is pretty much the same room, unless the other side just the stuff inside is on different spots. Ooh. This is pretty much this copy paste out of the Camp Golf there with lots of drugs, huh? Definitely notice some copy pasta here. Feeling when you think there's some medics here and it's all empty syringes. Ooh, turbo.
Some days I miss being in the Master's army.
Weapon repair kit, huh? Marcus's room is locked hard. Now I wanna know what's inside. Nothing really, no Easter eggs. This is one of the Enclave guys here doing experiments.
Have you seen that tower on the strip all lit up? You can see it for miles. I assume this is about something important? You're interrupting my research.
You're a scientist? I'm surprised to find another human here.
I prefer the solitude, and having a bunch of super mutants around tends to keep things safe and quiet.
You're a scientist?
Yes, specializing in neuroscience, both human and canine. Of course, this lab is nothing compared to what I had when I was with the Enclave.
Oh, he's open about it. The other one's not very open about it. Honestly, for here, I already forgot about over half the Witcher 3. So it's gonna be good to replay it. Canine neuroscience.
Cyberdogs and the like. It's not a field I work in much anymore.
Is it Laird King? No, that's the other Henry. Henry, not Henry. You're with the Enclave?
Yes, but the leadership and I didn't see eye to eye, so I left. It was the right decision, since the Enclave's oil rig was destroyed not long after.
Let's talk about something else.
If we must.
Henry. I watched Another Edge Fitness play some Saturday, and you know, I started to itch. Started to itch with Cetra and all the purple items. No more Cetra this year. We already played a lot of Cetra this year. What are you working on?
The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed a natural stealth field. I've also gotten my hands on a working Stealth Boy Mark II prototype, but that experiment is riskier. I'd rather not pursue that research just yet.
Does Stealth Boy use hurt humans?
It's possible, but I've yet to see any hard evidence or hear of any cases where humans were negatively affected. Its negative effects are more pronounced on Nightkin.
Why are you helping the Nightkin?
Because Marcus asked me to, and because it's a reason for me to get up in the morning. I'd like to get one more grand accomplishment done.
Why is the Stealth Boy Mark II riskier?
The stealth field has been modulated to use less power and thus last longer, but for some reason it has pronounced negative effects on the user. However, these pronounced effects will allow me to pinpoint exactly what parts of the brain they're affecting. Unfortunately, I'll need to run the test on a live subject, and Marcus has encouraged me to investigate the Night Stalker mutation first.
I'd like to help. What do you need me to do?
I'm not convinced that the Night Stalker mutation is a natural one, and I need someone to investigate their lair for proof. Some of the super mutants have looked around as well, but they've come back empty-handed. Perhaps a pair of fresh eyes will have better luck. Lily might be interested in coming with you. She's lost a few of her bighorners to Night Stalker attacks, and would enjoy a little revenge.
What makes you think the Night Stalker mutation is natural? Guess who I saw today is the quest, huh?
I've compared the brain chemistry of a Nightkin to one of the local Night Stalkers we killed. They both exhibit similar neurochemical changes. Now, I'm not claiming that Night Stalkers are running around wearing stealth boys, mind you. I just don't think it's all a coincidence.
Okay.
If we must. Yes, yes.
Got a new quest here. Guess who I saw today? Looks for the source of Night Stalker mutation. There's a zombie here.
Huh. I'd heard there were new people in town, but I thought it was more super mutants. Nice to meet ya. I'm Calamity.
Calamity? Oh boy. Maybe she would be Calamity if she had some skin on. You have an interesting name.
Thank you. Change names and jobs every decade or so just to keep things interesting. I picked Calamity this time because it sounded nice. Never really done much science stuff till now. I'm pretty good at it. Or so Dr. Henry tells me.
What do you do here?
Most of the time, I'm Dr. Henry's research assistant. We're looking into ways to cure the, I'm also handy with tools.
What?
And once in a while I venture down into the valley to trade
Cure
the
what?
bighorner hides and meat for supplies.
Looks like there's almost like a line of text missing somewhere. Well, what's about her repair?
Let me take a look.
She has a 60 repair. Oh, she is actually a trade. Don't really remember she being a merchant. Does anyone other than super mutants come up this way?
Prospectors looking for salvage, usually. They always run when they see the mutants. The Great Khans come this way once in a while, but they keep their distance. I think they're mostly keeping an eye on us.
Show me what you have for sale.
All right.
Medic 6. Bingo. Bingo. Give me the shit. There you go. Have some 12.7mm submachine gun. It's gonna be very useful to you. Good luck finding bullets with that shit.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Bye.
So, Lily is one of the...
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
What do you do here?
I represent the Nightkin. Marcus may lead this town, but the Nightkin listen to what I have to say. Doesn't mean I don't respect Marcus for what he's trying to do. However, he doesn't truly understand the difficulties of being a Nightkin.
Who's the other human you mentioned?
Dr. Henry. He's one of you. Go speak with him instead of me.
Why are the Nightkin here in Jacobstown?
The stealth boys we use have cumulative adverse effects on our minds. Jacobstown was supposed to be a sanctuary, a place to find a cure. Instead, we wait and wait. I'm sick of waiting. Finally.
The other character here is the Lily. She's actually one of the companions. But you know, stuff like this you just see in Fallout games, man. What the hell?
Jimmy! Little Jimmy! My, how you're grown up! So good of you to come visit your grandma.
What the fuck? Who's Jimmy?
Oh, Jimmy, don't you go being silly now. Come over here and give your grandma some sugar.
The voiceover is making it disturbing, man. It's almost like some kind of messed up horror movie. I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oh, of course I have, dearie. How silly of me. I didn't take my medicine yet today. How can I help you?
What do you do in Jacobstown?
I watch over the bighorners. They're sweet, gentle creatures, but sometimes they get ornery, just like my grandkids.
I'm looking into the Night Stalker mutation. Wanna come along with me?
Ooh, those Night Stalkers, always killing my bighorners. It'll be nice to give them a piece of my mind.
Okay, we got a companion here. Lily. Our perk. Oh, we actually dropped the level of karma. No longer very good. It's easy to fill up with karma. Just kill some fiends, right? While Lily is a companion, the duration of stealth boys increased by 200% and all sneak attack criticals do additional 10% damage. $696 health. Holy shit! Our weapon is called Lily's Vertebrate Blade.
Grandma's got a present for you.
Holy shit, man.
Naughty children run from their punishment, but we'll find Betty. Won't we, Leo?
Leo? Jimmy? What the hell? I have some questions to ask you.
Such a curious little munchkin, aren't you? What do you want to know?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, someone wants to hear Grandma's stories. What would you like to hear, Pumpkin?
Where did you come from?
I grew up in Vault 17. I never even saw the sun until I was 75 years old. That was when super mutants raided the vault and carried a lot of us off. Yes, Leo, I'm getting to that part. They made me one of them, and they put me to work in an army that was going to conquer California.
So they kidnapped a 75-year-old woman. She somehow survived this ordeal and became one of the super mutants. You were a soldier?
A spy. Sometimes an assassin. I killed a lot of folks for the Master. Yes, Leo, you helped too.
Who was the Master?
Oh, he was a nasty man, dearie. You don't want to know about him. He was the one who made that super mutant army I told you about. Oh.
Who's Leo?
Leo is a very bad man, Pumpkin. Yes, you are, Leo. Don't try to deny it. He tells me to do things. Terrible things. And sometimes the medicine isn't enough to keep him quiet.
But there's no one here, no one there.
Well, of course there is, dearie. How else could I hear him tell me who to chop?
Is he just a voice you hear in your head?
You shouldn't say things like that where Leo can hear you, dearie. He doesn't like it.
Never mind, I have some other questions.
What do you need, sugar?
What's the best way for me to use your skills?
Isn't that sweet of you to fret about me? Such a good boy. I can always help you stay hidden from the bad people so you won't get in trouble. I don't mind fighting, especially to protect you, dearie, but I don't like guns. Give me a good chopper, and Leo and I will go right to work.
What the hell? If this character was part of the Greenskins, man, they would be unstoppable. Grandma Lily and Grimgor. What a pair. Where'd you get that sword?
This old thing? Oh, I scavenged it off a wreck in Klamath. Leo showed me how to make it all ready for chopping. Didn't you, Leo?
Okay.
Talk to you soon, dear.
It looks like a great sword. Let's go, Grandma. Marcus will start running towards me. Or is he dead after the quest?
Got a problem. Could use your help. Been having trouble with NCR mercs harassing the town, and they just showed up again.
You sure these mercenaries work for the NCR?
Guess I can't say for sure if they're NCR. Whoever they are, they want us dead or gone.
How have they been harassing the town?
Killing our bighorners, shooting at the lodge, that sort of thing. It's getting hard to keep people from retaliating.
Why can't you just take them out?
Not looking to fight. That'll give NCR an excuse to come up here and wipe us out.
What do you want me to do?
You're human. They might be willing to listen to what you have to say. Maybe. I'm not asking you to kill them. Just talk them into leaving. Hell, pay them off if you have to. Thanks.
That's another quest. Unfriendly persuasion. Much mercenaries, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like a... Looks like a plasma rifle, the laser RCV. Plasma rifle. What the hell is that? Sniper or anti-material? Sniper rifle. And this one also has a plasma rifle. And the leader has a marksman carbine now.
Wish the muties would make a move. Getting sick of waiting. Our business is with the muties, not you.
What do you want with Jacobstown?
Just doing what I'm paid to do. Harass the muties until they leave or attack us. If they leave, we'll let them go. If they attack, we wipe them out. Either way, the job's not done until they're cleared out of the town.
Why, who are you doing this for?
Won't name names, but some important folks in the NCR are sick of muties attacking their Brahmin herds. They want them gone from NCR territory. Maybe this group had something to do with attacking Brahmin, maybe not. Doesn't matter. We're getting paid to make them go away.
Go away or you'll have to deal with me, and you'll wish you were fighting the Supermutants instead.
I've always known when to fight and when to back down, and it seems to me I ought to back down this time. My men and I are leaving. You won't see us around here again.
Be another location in this area.
Something on your mind?
What's the story with Keen?
Smart, charismatic, and hell of a mean streak. Doesn't care for humans, prefers fighting them to talking. He's got a lot of pull with Nightkin, though. He talks, they listen. Was hoping he could draw the Nightkin to Jacobstown. Keen is saner than most, but I know he's thinking of going his own way again. He's aggressive, impatient, can't stand sitting around.
Why does Keen want to leave?
Because of a promise, one I haven't been able to keep. The Nightkin all suffer from schizophrenia. It's the stealth boys they use, or used to use. Nightkin have a hard time being seen like normal folks. Can't stand it. A few already left to try and find more stealth boys. Miserable situation. They either stay here and suffer, or dig up stealth boys and lose their minds. Not much of a choice.
Well, they're trying to see if these super mutants are hostile, so, you know, they fight them. If they're not, then don't fight them. What happens if Keen leaves?
That happens, there's a good chance other Nightkin will follow. It'll make it hard to get a cure to them. Worse, if Keen and the Nightkin tear up the Mojave hunting for stealth boys, people are gonna get killed. Most humans can't tell the difference between mutants. Might come here looking for payback.
You're a mutant too, wouldn't the Nightkin listen to you?
That's like saying Caesar and Kimball would listen to each other. Nightkin don't have a lot of trust for others, mutants included.
We won't have any more trouble with those mercenaries.
Good. Glad you didn't kill them. Letting them walk away proves we're not bloodthirsty mutants. If NCR or anybody else is looking for an excuse to attack Jacobstown, they're not gonna get it from us. See you.
Yeah. Now we can kill them. There are actually 5 of them. Looks like 2 sniper rifles, 2 plasma rifles. Unpredictable. They're NCR. Nobody told me. I'm unstable and unpredictable. No one sure what to make of your unpredictable nature, but you have left a strong impression. Yeah. Okay. I'll stop. Nobody saw me, and how does my reputation changes? Who designed this shit? Can't even kill people anymore. Fucking game. It's like I have a telescope, shoot people from the other side of the... God damn it. It's like same with that ghoul in the cave. I shoot her dead and they know, and nobody saw me. This is just bad design. If you kill somebody nobody sees, you should not lose rep. Right there in stick mode. This guy has good stuff to sell. Combat armor as well. The Brahmin Barons are an important part of Senator Morales' political base, and he's up for re-election soon. The mutants of Jacobstown need to be driven off or provoked into an attack. The senator wants to be able to show he's taking a strong stance against the mutant presence. There can't be any blood on our hands. So use some tactics as you did against those squatters back in Oak Creek. Harass the hell out of them, mutants, but don't kill them unless they attack first. Because the Nightkin are they don't like Brahmins, so they they go hostile on them. So I guess they want to clear them. So where are these guys going now? Are they gonna be attacking the Jacobstown? Good and bad is unpredictable. So if I want to get Dark Hero, I need to do a little bit more good. I like the sound of Dark Hero. Almost like what they did to the Magneto in this last X-Men movies, turning into some kind of Dark Hero. This playthrough definitely mixed with NCR. Let's go here. What are they planning to do, these guys? They're moving towards the camp now that the leader got killed. Must have some kind of script going. The stealth boy will last 4 minutes because of Lily. I already completed the quest. I thought that I would loot their gear, but they're part of the NCR. Mercenary is part of the NCR. You think they're freelancers, you know? 2 sniper rifles and 2 plasma rifles is a lot of damage. Their leader had the weakest weapon. I've not experienced this before, so I want to see what happens.
It's much cooler up here. I love it.
So I'll be back to harass the place. Very strange. It's very interesting as well.
Something on your mind?
That leader of those mercenaries, he fell and broke his neck, and they're blaming the muties for that. They might be attacking the place. Be ready. So they got back into position. They got back into their positions.
Muties aren't so tough if you've got the firepower. It's much cooler up here. I love it.
They're probably gonna stay here forever. Might come back here and kill them if I get more rep with NCR. I don't want to get any more bad. is my last stealth boy, but I have plenty of implant GRX. Don't only need stealth boys for survival with the implant GRX. Be a location here. There's very few locations left in the world I have not been outside the DLC. There'll be a nice weapon inside as well. I haven't been here in a while. I have 1 charisma, but the Lily's overpowered. Muties are very strong. Charleston Cave. So from the looks of it, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's actually, this is not part. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 locations in these hills, these mountains. Night Stalkers. Used to be people here, huh? Bones. The hell? Somebody was storing supplies here. Post-war audio log.
So the Reds finally hit us, just like I always said they would. Vegas is still there as far as I know, but that probably won't last long. Didn't get accepted into one of the vaults, so I did the next best thing and had this place built. Got massive debts, but who cares now? That's every man for himself now. Had to take care of the Paulson boy since he knew about this place. These supplies are for me and nobody else. There's a woman and her daughter up in one of the rooms of the lodge. Might go pay him a visit tomorrow. The man's got needs.
Don't forget about this. So the level 50 perks The very powerful ones. This one is for good karma, neutral karma, and the bad karma. The bad karma is for the melee one. The neutral karma is for energy weapons crit build, and thought you died is just general use. Basically, just get damage and health. Get 10% damage and up to 100 health, as long as you keep the good karma, which is easy. So to just lucky I'm alive, this is the one I'm going for. Just you've had lots of close calls. Whenever you finish a fight with less than 25% health, your luck increases by 4 for 3 minutes. Absolutely pointless. Considering luck is a stat, you're gonna be capping for this anyways. You're also immune to critical hits like the other 3. And your own critical hits inflict plus 50% damage. So that's additional crit damage on top of better criticals, which means this gun will be doing double damage on crits, which is also a very high chance to crit as well. I do need neutral karma for this, so I have to keep in mind just before I ding 50, I have to put my karma to neutral by stealing a lot of shit, of course. Chemist perk, any chemist you take lasts twice as long. Chemist is not bad. I only care about jewelry rigging. I can easily repair my stuff with it's at this point just for the money. Life giver, so I can actually survive crits until 50. Stonewall, life giver. Chemist. Sparrow to Crouch Story? No. Sneak attack criticals only though. Have 5 more perks as well. I do want to have an obscene amount of health. The extra hit points, like extra 6 levels. $525 health now. I do have 2 points in toughness and subdural arm, that's extra 10 DT on top of 10 here. Hunting shotgun. Easy money. Yes, Tony, no. All radiation, but there is a cap to radiation resist at 85%. And it's easy to get rid of radiation. Radix gives you radiation resist depending on medicine, so any radiation resist from perks is really bad. You can also take perk later on, which just slowly lowers your radiation. This weapon has 31 damage plus all the modifiers depending on what enemy I'm shooting. Because here we get bonus damage against certain enemies, like you know, even up to 10%, even higher, depending what perks you've unlocked. And the critical damage, critical hits are basically 50% more of that damage. So like 45, 46 damage. It's gonna be double with that. Just like I'm alive, so the crease will be 62 damage, which is really crazy for an automatic weapon. Oh baby! It's a unique super sledge.
Grandma's got a present for you.
She will equip Oh Baby, but I don't think she'll wear combat armor.
For you.
Basically, the Night Stalkers killed one of the Nightkin, and they were chewing on the Stealth Boy. I love massive health pool. Immune to critical with a massive health pool and plenty of medics. This is gonna be almost impossible to die. Vulnerable perk rank 3, this is one of those perks I was talking about. The Night Stalkers like Dead Claws Abominations. So on rank 3 you do 10% more damage to Abominations. It's actually significant because of the criticals as well. Killed a bunch of Dead Claws in 2 different places in the world, so I'll pile up that perk to a good point. It's one of the challenge perks. See if there's anything else here. What gun is that? It's the MF Hyperbreeder Alpha, a unique recharger pistol. It's part of the Gunrunner's Arsenal DLC. You buy it from Cliff Briscoe in Novak. It's one of the most powerful weapons in the game because it doesn't require ammunition, and build for it can go for a really absurd amounts of damage. One of the best thing is also, since you just keep spamming and shooting, keep completing a repeatable challenge perk experiences challenges, so you can level up faster as well. I use this as my automatic weapon, and I use YCS/186 as my long-range sniper weapon, only with microfusion cells. So I have a high crit weapon, 227 DPS, 31 damage, which crits a lot. And I have a Gauss rifle, more like Gauss cannon, with 771 DPS and 225 damage. That's without Psycho as well. Psycho and crits with this weapon pretty much one-shot most things. I can still get another 50% more crit damage. And it will get absurd from that point on. I haven't really go with that crit, since I usually had good karma and towards level 50 didn't really care what to take. But this time I think I'm gonna go for the double damage crit. Double crit damage. Better criticals, and just lucky I'm alive for double damage on the criticals.
Something on your mind?
You can still get more crit chance if I get Joshua's Gram armor. 3% crit chance, which makes this automatic weapon even crazier. Instead of the mercenary group there's gonna be aliens, and you get the alien blast instead.
Looks like the war's ratcheting up. I hear the NCR's bringing in elite troops. Is there something else I can do for you?
I found a chewed up stealth bomb in Night Stalker's lair.
There's still power, but the casing is cracked. I'm astonished that exposure to the stealth radiation could induce mutations so rapidly. More importantly, this explains why my research into this group of Night Stalkers hasn't come up with a cure for the Nightkin. There's only one avenue left for me. I need to run the Mark II test on Lily. It's the only way.
What are the risks of the experiment?
Possibly immediate and permanent metal damage. There's a reason the Stealth Boy Mark IIs never got beyond the prototype stage. Lily already has a pre-existing condition, and the experiment will likely make things worse for her.
Well, Lily not some other Nightkin.
Lily is eccentric, certainly, but I've never felt she was dangerous. More importantly, she asked if she could help me in some way. I've told her about the risks, and she still insists on helping me.
Talk to Lily then.
I'll be waiting.
But that Lucky 38 is a large building. And so fancy.
Do you still want to help Dr. Henry run his experiment?
Of course, dearie. I know it's dangerous, but it'll all turn out for the best. You'll see. I'll go to him now. It would be rude to keep him waiting.
It's basically a request.
The equipment is hooked up and ready. We can start the test as soon as you give me the go-ahead.
Go ahead and start tests.
Very well. Please stand back. I don't want any erroneous readings. You're welcome to stay and observe if you want, though. All right, power on the stealth boy, Lily.
Turning it on. Feels strange. Strange, but good.
Interesting. Try thinking aggressive thoughts now. Think about smashing a rad scorpion.
Lily smash! Yeah!
How are those readings looking, Calamity?
Stealth field is unstable and scrambling things. The reading says gamma wave activity is 0. But that can't possibly be right. Gamma wave activity is 0. That can't be right. Must be a result of interference.
All right, we're done here. Go ahead and power the stealth boy down, Lily.
Oh, I liked having it on.
I'll get back to you on that in a moment, once I've analyzed the results. Huh?
Well, well. Congratulations on getting the Mark II prototype functional, Doctor. Now, just hand it over, and we'll be on our way. My request is perfectly reasonable. Give us the stealth boy specs, and there will be no need for us to splatter the room with your insides.
Okay, speech 80, huh? What are you planning to do once you have the specs?
There are caches of stealth boys out there. With a Mark II in hand, it shouldn't be difficult to upgrade every one of them.
What you do in the wasteland affects all the mutants here, but you didn't think about that, did you?
No, I didn't. Not until now, anyway. Very well, human. You've made your point, and I withdraw my request.
That tower on the street. Nice work with the Nightkin. I've never seen anyone able to talk their kind out of anything once they had their mind set to it. I got a lot of useful data from the experiment, and am a lot closer to a cure than before. It's occurred to me that this brief test might not yield a cure anytime soon. However, if Lily were to continue to wear the prototype...
Oh, look at that. Science 90. Use neural peptide stimulators on a Night Stalker brain. Results should be similar to a live brain.
That's brilliant. Simple yet elegant. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
1074 experience. Nice.
So many staring eyes.
Another quest.
That tower on the strip. Is there something else I can do for you?
How goes your research for Nightkin cure?
Promising, but I won't be able to synthesize the drug anytime soon. I really should get back to my work.
Hey there.
Nothing really said, Tom.
I can feel it.
Okay, completed the stuff here as well. You can keep the hammer, Lily. Included bounties for the NCR. I think I actually already killed some of them though. Most of this area is clear here. A couple of locations I did not discover here. My gun skill 25. With a good gun skill you can actually unlock another merchant here. Wake up.
I've heard that elite units are on the way to support our armies. I've still got guns and ammo.
lost count how many times I heard about her story. 8,000 cups is pretty nice. It's a broken assault carbine now. I guess I hit him directly in the assault carbine the second time.
Welcome to the 188.
843. Give cups weight. Don't you see my invisible truck? We much need a truck like this to carry all these cups now.
Hey there. Need any?
1,669.
The NCR took back Nelson.
It's a bottomless bag. Ever heard about a bottomless bag?
Welcome back.
Every station except Charlie has been given the new security code. Charlie was wiped out.
The station's been silent for quite some time now. I guess this confirms what we've all feared. Thanks for letting me know. I'll switch over all radio broadcasts to the new encrypted channels. This ought to help us stay a step ahead of any spies. Before you go, I've got another job available.
What else did you need me to do?
We've received some disturbing reports from some of the ranger stations. Heavy casualties at Alpha, super mutant legionaries at Delta. The weirdest one has to be the Great Khans and their trained death claws at Foxtrot. These reports can't be accurate, can they? I know you've already been out there, but could you do me a solid and confirm these reports with the Rangers who sent them in?
Just tell the whole map. And she wants us to travel again. Have you heard anything unusual about any other of the other radio stations?
Nothing is severe. Charlie seems to be getting a lot of extra medical supplies for some reason, while Bravo hasn't requested a resupply in a while. Echo has been reporting heavy Legion activity down on their end, but that's about it.
I'll investigate and let you know what I found out about those old reports.
Thank you, and good luck. Everything you've been up to. I just don't know what you're trying to pull.
Why are you still here?
I swear, this one had a different hair last time I was here.
No sudden moves and you and I will do all right. What do you want?
What are you doing out here?
Keeping watch on the river and looking for anyone trying to cross it. The Legion likes to send infiltration teams over on rafts.
I'd like to know more about the NCR Rangers.
Best of the best. That's all there is to it. Really nothing more to say than that.
Filed a report which said Legion super mutants wiped out an NCR patrol.
No, I didn't. You might hear that kind of nonsense from a drunk trooper on the strip, but not from me. The Legion doesn't have super mutants. That patrol was wiped out by its own incompetence. A couple of the troopers were fooling around with a grenade when it went off.
Fooling with a grenade? What kind of army is this?
See you around.
Yoo-hoo.
You're really not supposed to be here.
Let's talk with the officer here.
Damn time. Did you need something else?
Sergeant Reyes' enemy, she's curious about the high casualties at this station.
High casualties? We've had one broken ankle, but nobody at this post has died.
Maybe you're lying to keep morale up.
Do a fucking head count then. Everybody's right where they're supposed to be.
How could the Reyes have been wrong?
There are other ranger posts around. Reyes might have mixed up the report.
Reyes' information says otherwise.
Any injury, illness, or death gets radioed to Ranger HQ at Camp Golf. Chief Hanlon and his aides compile the reports and assign reinforcements as needed. And they're not needed here. Reyes got the numbers wrong. Not much more to it than that.
I'm definitely getting attacked by the Legion assassins soon. Need another 4,000 experience for level, the next level.
No run-ins with the Great Khans, I hope. They've been more restless than usual.
Link told me her story.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. There was a lot of talk about expelling her from the Rangers, especially once the gambling and drinking started. Being posted here is her second and last chance, and so far, I'm not impressed. Link's jumpy all the time, and the others are sick of it.
What do you know about the Great Khans?
Tough, independent, and as ruthless as they come. They're holed up in Red Rock Canyon, and it's this station's job to keep an eye on them.
What are you doing out here?
Keeping watch on the Great Khans, mostly. They usually stick around Red Rock Canyon, but at least one large group left recently. We called it in, but haven't heard anything about any Great Khan incidents.
About the quarry.
Whatever they're doing, they're keeping a low profile.
I need to confirm your report about Great Khans with trained death claws.
You must be mistaken. I haven't filed any report like that. Trained death claws? I would have remembered that. If someone is saying I filed that report, that's a load of crap. I won't have my name attached to a clerical error. Be careful out there.
Okay. I guess you can also go, pretty much talk directly to the Camp Golf as well. And no need to check all these places.
Welcome back.
Ranger's version of the report is sent to the Camp Golf don't match what you received.
I knew it. Every one of the false reports was signed off by Chief Hanlon at Camp Golf. But why would the Chief manipulate the reports? I need you to take everything we found to Chief Hanlon and confront him with it. I don't want to make this public unless we have to.
300 bottle caps, 146 experience, NCR fame.
Bye.
Inform Chief Hanlon now. There's a quest with the Misfits here as well.
Hey.
Yes, I can do that next time. Talk to the chief, finish this quest.
Back west, you don't see too many of these. Lakes, I mean. Natural or man-made. Any kind, really. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Owens, Isabella, the San Luis. Drained the aquifers of everything they had. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching the sun come up over the water. Takes some getting used to. But if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. That's what a ranger's life is now, looking east. I know a bit about you, Courier. Heard someone messed you up pretty bad over in Good Springs. I heard a few other things, too. Some good, but not all. If you're gonna be associating with rangers, you best stay on their friendly side. With that out of the way, what can I do for you?
Yeah, our reputation is right in the middle. We do one more bad thing and both the Legion and the NCR will be attacking us. This guy is voiced by the actor who plays Whistler, I think his character is in Blade. I haven't seen Blade in over 10 years. If you guys remember the Blade movie, where the Wesley Snipes player is a vampire. He's, you know, guy that helps him out. The Whistler, that's the guy that voices him. Do you ever stop talking?
I didn't realize you were in such a hurry. I get so used to sitting in this chair and listening to radio reports, sometimes I forget people are getting ready for war out there.
Yeah, Blade 1 is amazing, especially the beginning and the club.
Shoot.
Tell me about the Rangers.
I could tell you a lot if you had the time, but at my age, I'm not sure which of us would get tired first. What do you want to know?
Have any good stories to tell?
Suppose it depends on what you think's good. Most folks want to hear about Hoover Dam and Boulder City, but it's a long story. If you want some tall tales about hunting down slavers or busting up gangs, talk to one of the younger rangers.
There must be something good that the Rangers have done that you're proud of.
It's kind of a long one, but all right. About 25 years ago, a group of NCR settlers pushed way south into Baja. I guess it doesn't seem so far now if you look at a map, but back then they were out of ways. They built this little shanty town around a well in the middle of nowhere. Called it Rattletail. Word got back to one of our stations that raiders had been attacking the place. I went out with 6 rangers. We must have been on the trail for a week before we got to Rattletail. We lost one woman to night stalkers and another almost died of dehydration. When we reached the place, it's 6 shacks set up around an old well. There's over 24 bodies lying in the dunes way outside of town, and 5 men with .308 rifles crouched behind sandbags. And these bodies, these people out in the sand, they aren't raiders, aren't even heavily armed. They're just people who were trying to get to the only well in 50 miles. I didn't have to talk to the men to see that they did not care one bit. They had planted an NCR flag over the well, and they would not budge until every last one of them was laid out dead and cold. So I walked up and told them there was a group of raiders coming, 100 strong. I made up some cockamamie name for them and everything. The men looked at each other, looked at us, and asked me what we were going to do about it. I told them we would take them back into NCR territory because we'd already lost 10 Rangers on the way out. 10 Rangers, 5 men with .308 rifles. Well, that was enough for them. They packed up what they could and we took them back north. Last I heard, they settled somewhere in Anza Borrego. Raised bighorners. Had some tough times, but it worked out okay for them. So there you go. That's my one bit of good.
So what happened at the Hoover Dam in Boulder City?
In big battles, Caesar deploys his legionaries in waves. Recruits up front, prime soldiers behind the recruits, old guard bringing up the rear. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first 2 waves, if they survive that long. When the veterans step up, there's not much fight left. Caesar can adapt, though, and when required, he can run any mix of legionaries as skirmishers and still retain order in the ranks.
Yeah, they definitely gave this Chief Hanlon a good voice actor and a bunch of lines to go with it. And it's kind of easy to miss if you don't find the comm officer at Foreign Hope Camp. So totally missable.
Joshua Graham, Caesar's old legate. He wasn't so flexible.
And this one, the big NCR
When
quest.
the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered his troopers back to the middle ground just after first contact. Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, filling the east side with recruits up front and veterans in the back, by the book. But once they were in, they were stuck there. Oliver's troopers were entrenched and wouldn't give a foot. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon sharpshooters to start picking off veteran Legion officers from a high ridge west of the dam. That only lasted about a minute before Graham ordered the back ranks to push through to the front and rush the ridge. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. Oliver's troopers fell back to the side walkways and stayed out of the veterans' way. By the time the veterans got to the ridge, we were already in Boulder City. They followed us down there, but we were out before they realized what was happening. We had packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. Crude, but it did the job. Those who didn't die in the blast were in no position to mount a defense. The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. The troopers routed them. Graham pulled the remaining legionaries back, but the battle was over. He went south, back to the Grand Canyon, back to Caesar. And that was the last we saw or heard from Joshua Graham. Shoot.
What's the Legion been up to?
Word is that the Legion's old-timers have shown up. Caesar's veterans from the Red Okie Centuria and what was the Painted Rock tribe. They're the best of the best and the baddest of the bad. Short of a Centurion or Praetorian, they don't come any tougher. You come across a pack of them, weigh your options carefully.
Tell me about Centurions.
There's no real equivalent to them in the NCR. Centurions are battle-born elite officers who earn their rank with blood and sweat. They wear special outfits, too, pieced together from the armor of all their defeated enemies. Good commanders, tough opponents.
What makes the veterans so tough?
Take a regular legionary and age him 10 years. Whatever they lose to age, they make up for with experience. Life expectancy isn't long in the Legion. You live 10 years in Caesar's army, you're a force to be reckoned with.
Who are the Praetorians?
Caesar's elite guard. They travel with him wherever he goes. A bit of insurance in case any of his guests get funny ideas. They aren't the toughest legionaries, but they're the most devoted to Caesar. They believe in everything the Legion stands for.
Tell me about yourself.
Folks around here call me the Chief, but handling's just fine. The Rangers run themselves pretty well, but I try to lend a hand. Mostly administrative work, helping coordinate intel on the radio. That and keeping an eye on the fires growing across the water.
Fires?
Legion fires. They burn high wherever the Legion goes. Caesar's a hard man to figure out, but he always wants you to know when more troops are at your front door.
If you don't know what you're doing on the highest difficulty, they can easily kill you, Yollomeister, the assassin squads and the tough legionaries.
Shoot.
But the very hard difficulty, critical hits are a bit broken because they do so much damage. Not even the base gear helps unless you have the drugs on. That's why you need a big health pool and immune to criticals from level 50. How is the NCR doing?
Mojave Outpost sent word through the stations. The Rangers coming up from Baja moved through Dayglow a week ago. Some of the patrol rangers have reported that Oliver's power armor heavy troopers are starting to reinforce the front lines. Wish they got here a bit earlier, but that's a Senate for you.
What do the new Rangers mean for the NCR?
The Baja Rangers can do more advanced night scouting and sharpshooting to assist the troopers. Ranger combat helmets are old pre-war gear. They have built-in low-light optics. Makes a big difference.
What about the heavy troopers?
They have the best equipment the NCR can get its hands on. Power armor salvaged from our war with the Brotherhood. Techs strip out the joint servos so you don't need special training to wear it. It feels like you're carrying a Brahmin on your back, but it can take a heck of a lot of punishment.
What do you know about Kaiser?
The best of the best, and worst of the worst. He came out of NCR, one of the followers of the Apocalypse. Like a lot of the followers, he went out in the wilderness with a partner to try to help those who needed helping. Not much different from how the Rangers used to be. Except with books and medicine instead of guns.
Where did he go?
Out to the Grand Canyon. He met a missionary from Utah, a man by the name of Joshua Graham. Graham helped translate for the followers and the tribes. All three of them got nabbed by the Blackfoots down there, back when they were still at war with every other tribe in the Southwest.
You can hear this story also from Caesar. How did the follower wind up becoming Kaiser?
Somewhere along the way, he realized he needed to educate the Blackfoots or they were going to get wiped out with the rest of the tribe. Showed them how to use guns, how to make explosives. Once he taught the Blackfoots a thing or two, they needed him. And he no longer needed the followers, NCR, or anyone else. He decided he could remake the tribes of the Southwest whether they wanted it or not. He became Caesar, and Joshua Graham became his legate, his right hand. And that's where Graham stayed until Hoover Dam.
What happened to Graham after Hoover Dam?
Losing the dam was the worst defeat the Legion ever suffered. Graham had been with Caesar since the beginning, but he had to set an example. The Praetorians covered Graham in pitch, lit him on fire, and down into the Grand Canyon he went.
I'm trying to think if there is a single NPC in Fallout 4 that has this much dialogue, that you can actually talk with him this long. And there are several like this in Fallout New Vegas that you can talk to about a lot of stuff. So that was the end of Graham.
It's not that clear cut. You have to understand, Graham was the toughest son of a gun anyone around these parts had ever seen. Before Hoover, we had 5 kill reports on Graham from Rangers and 1st Recon sharpshooters who tried to take him out. Some folks think he's still alive. Call him the Burned Man.
The Burned Man. Are the Blackfoots part of the Legion?
Yes and no. The Blackfoots don't exist anymore. Just like any other tribe that gets swallowed by the Legion. Caesar takes the tribal out of the tribe. Scrapes and burns off tattoos, breaks up families, forces mixed breeding so all the old loyalties die away. The only tribe in the Legion is the Legion. Caesar is the chief, father, and god, all rolled into one. Shoot.
I know you're the one who's been manipulating intelligence data.
Hold on. If we're gonna have this conversation, let's go somewhere more
What
private.
the hell? This is
Don't
private
worry,
already.
Not much bite left in this old dog.
This is not private enough. Killing this guy would make me the permanent enemy of the NCR. Fast travel and instant NCR hit squads and the Legion assassins all at once. Wouldn't be surprised if they would kill each other.
Sorting and manipulating intelligence is what I do. It's what Rangers are supposed to do. This job isn't all gunfighting and gulping shots of whiskey, no matter what the boys and ladies out there say.
You're inventing your own intelligence reports. I've seen the logs and talked to the Rangers.
You have you? Misdirection. When you're pinned down, outnumbered, and 2 days from any help, it's just about the best friend you can have. Misdirection's what saved me all these years. It's what saved us at Hoover Dam. But it's been 5 years now, and Caesar's right across that lake. He's closer now than he ever was before. I was a young man once. I know what it's like to want to fight for your home. But this isn't it.
Why did you do it?
It's never gonna end. This fight with Caesar. People back home don't know what these young men and women are in for. The Legion is the worst enemy we've ever faced. But we can't stop Caesar here. Not without getting a lot of good people killed. More than anyone cares to count up. But even if we do stop him, I don't see how we're ever gonna be able to pull out.
Aren't you fighting for the people of New Vegas?
We're fighting on their behalf, but Mr. House and the families are stringing us up inch by inch. They'll drain us dry while we fight and die over this dam. We offered them sanctuary in NCR territory before, but they won't listen. Troopers and Rangers have been dying here for more than 5 years while the families sit pretty behind that damn wall.
How does spreading false intel help anything?
People back home don't listen. They don't care. Senators, Brahmin barons, folks who are just trying to make it from day to day. It's been so many years that people forget about it. Conscription brings in fresh troops that die here every month, like it's routine. And even if we hold this dam, what then? Are we gonna send the NCR's men and women to die here for another 5 years? 10? Patrol the whole length of the Colorado for hundreds of miles? Holding this dam, it'll be the death of us.
But what does that accomplish?
Creating fear and instability among the troopers without causing harm. It's the only thing I could think of to shake things up. It took some people getting killed to realize I'd gone too far. I had to stop.
What do you think I should do about this?
First thing that comes to mind is to turn me in. But that might not be the best play, all things considered. Even if your heart's in the right place, I reckon it might do a lot more harm than good.
What will it do if I don't turn you in?
Oliver can't stand that Rangers got credit for victory at Hoover. Whatever I recommend, he does the opposite. I said I wanted us on the ridge. He put them right on the western part of the dam itself. We don't have enough firepower to hold that spot. If the troopers fall back, and they will, the Rangers will advance to cover Oliver's retreat. We lose the dam, Oliver and the center are ruined.
How about you, what about you and the Rangers?
Rangers are volunteers. Every man and woman who signs up is willing to die for the NCR, myself included. A lot of this is my fault. It's only right that I stand with them.
It's crazy.
Maybe 50 Rangers will die on that dam. We lose over 1,000 troopers every year. Being here is crazy. Getting out's the only sane thing to do.
We have to turn him in or you're dead. I think he kills himself if you try to turn him in. You convince me, your secret is safe.
I don't know if you're working for Caesar, or if desperation's made me a heck of a lot more persuasive. Either way, this is the right thing to do. Now, I trust we're done discussing this. I'm gonna step through that door and pretend like we never had this talk.
That was Return to Sender, one of the big quests for the NCR. Starts in the Cap Horn Hope. Got still 20 locations to discover before all of it is discovered. There's still a lot of things to do here. There are some locations here. Our main quest says to convince the boys to support Mr. House. I'm gonna support Mr. House, enemy of the Legion. And currently it's 50-50 between with the NCR. I need to get a little bit more reputation and I'll be a dark hero. If I do one more bad thing, the Rangers might go hostile. Just check one more thing here. I think I could get find another 15 locations. I'm not sure I'm gonna find another 23. This leads to Alpha and the Bag Campground. I don't think there are any more locations here. So there's still a quest I can do with 2 more vaults. One of the vaults actually doesn't even have a marked quest. I'm not sure what's in the rep, not sure. Most likely we'll just wait for the Steam release. By the time it gets on Steam, it's probably gonna be fully patched anyways. Playing an Obsidian game on the release, not really the greatest thing, you know. There's a location here. I knew it. I knew it. This one is easy to miss, I think. The road ends, but we have not discovered it. It's probably a continuation on the top of this. And this one is easy to miss. On the list, yeah, it's Epic exclusive, but after a year, it will be on Steam. Mountain Shadows Campground, so there's one more location. This one would have been easy to miss if you're going for all locations. It looks like they're creating another universe, and they're, you know, probably gonna be doing it similar fashion they did with the Fallout New Vegas, since, you know, people seem to be really loving Fallout New Vegas. Well, Twitch plus me in the last 3 years, I missed quite a bit of RPG games, which are now fully released and fully patched. So I'm patient with these things. Also, these RPG games are not good to play on the release. You might find some game-breaking stuff will just ruin your experience and immersion as well. Yeah. 161 location. I'm gonna do Vault 19 next. It's the remaining members of the Power Gangers. It's a little bit, you know, felt like the thing down there is a little bit rushed. I always swear how it turns out, that quest down there. It definitely always felt like it was unfinished. Bunch of Khazars in this area. Used to be raiders. Not careful, sometimes you do get ambushed by a Deathclaw here, but I killed them all, I think. Killed all the Deathclaws in the surrounding area. I think once you clear this area the first time, after a few days, a bunch of Cazadors have their nest here. And the first time you're here, it's taken by the one of the raider groups. And the next time you're here, the Khazars take over. There were some raiders here with a couple of nasty weapons. They did have plasma grenades too. Those are always nasty. This leads towards Good Springs. Deathclaws do respawn on this road. Deathclaws are good because they drop materials to craft turbo. Poison gland, Khazar poison gland. I mean, Khazars are good for turbo. Khazar poison gland, jet, rock flower, and turpentine. You definitely want to avoid Khazars if you don't have that good firepower weapon. They'll deplete your resources, your ammo, and your healing. Fighting him too early. Must have killed like close to 150 Khazars this playthrough already. You see this here? This is supposed to be 2 more Khazars. The ash piles respawn instead. Corpses respawn and they're alive there. Yeah, they never really tested this properly. I wish they just didn't even enable the respawns. Burn bodies. It's supposed to be just burn bodies pretty much. It's so weird to see some of these respawn locations. All those corpses spawn there. Makes you wonder how much quality assurance this game got when you see stuff like this. But you know, eventually, if you go to the respawn areas, everything will become ash, and you know, will be less and less respawns each time. Khazars come, they come from this way. One of the locations will be the Gecko Cave, yeah. There's a Gecko Cave nearby. It's actually an unmarked location. Not a marked one. I need to sleep? I don't think so. Sleep? Sleep is for the weak. Just get an atomic cocktail. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Next time we play this, we'll do the Vault 19 thing. But this is it for tonight, boys. I'm not going to sleep yet. I'm not even sure I'm gonna be able to fall asleep. I'm just gonna go, gonna chill for the rest of the night or morning. It's actually morning here already, 5 AM. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Probably gonna play some more Fallout New Vegas after Warhammer 2 stream.
Wait on knowing this is the price.